to a brand new episode of Breakpoint, a show where we look at all areas of local tennis and shine a spotlight on South Africa's current and emerging tennis stars. We celebrate the country's leading wheelchair tennis ace, Kgothatso Montjane, following her exploits at the All England Lawn Tennis Club in London earlier this month. Montjane made history by becoming the first black South African woman to compete in a singles final at Wimbledon. What a feat!
So we're at the semi-final stage of the women's wheelchair singles. Features the world number 5 and world number 6 going head-to-head. Fair amount of recent history between these two. There is the world number 5.
Oh yeah, they're going to bring him in. They're going to look in to find out what's happening.
Kgothatso Montjane of South Africa.
Going into Wimbledon for me, obviously, I was looking forward to the tournament. Looking at least this time, I had enough time to prepare. And the good thing is, I was training with world number 2 and world number 4 at that particular moment. So going into Wimbledon, I knew how ready I was because the preparations were thoroughly done. But on what to expect, I didn't know, because for me, Wimbledon and Roland Garros, I just used it as, warm-up tournaments towards Tokyo. Tokyo is the biggest one for me. So yeah, going into Wimbledon, I just wanted to go and measure the level of competitiveness and how far I can go and how can I compete amongst, other players, because I think I needed to know that before Tokyo. So there were no expectations, but solely to just prepare and see where I was before Tokyo.
And there it is, a cry of "come on" from Montjane, and she is absolutely ecstatic.
Obviously going into Tokyo, I'm pretty much looking forward to it, because obviously with what happened in Wimbledon, gave me a clear picture of what I needed to see. Yeah, confident booster it was, Wimbledon. And I always said it that going to Tokyo, I just want to aim the podium, doesn't matter which medal color. And with the performance at Wimbledon, I don't see why not is not, attainable. So yeah, Wimbledon gave me, confidence to even see things clearer going into Tokyo. So I just can't wait. And Tokyo, it's on hard surface. So a few things that I learned at Wimbledon that I might have to do differently in Tokyo on a hard surface. So just looking forward to the games.
Montjane has set her sights on a podium finish at the Paralympic Games, which get underway in August. Wheelchair tennis Paralympians representing South Africa in Tokyo had high expectations for the world's biggest sporting event, and we were honored to find out more about their preparations ahead of the global event. Mariska has been preparing for almost a decade for her Paralympic debut since she did not make the cut for Team SA at the last Paralympics in Rio.
So my journey to training for the Olympics have actually come 7 years already. So this is a 7-year-long dream. For Rio, I just didn't make the cut, but now for the 4 years preparing, I was playing my absolute best tennis just before the pandemic hit the world. So I was so gutted that we had to stop playing because I was feeling my best. I was really getting great results, beating top 15 players in the world. So I was really on a high, and then after the lockdown, things changed in the world, and I had to come back to court and refocus. And thankfully, my hard work in those 4 years and 7 years prior to that got me the wild card for Tokyo, and Saskok chose me for the team. So it's a dream come true, and I can't wait to just live in the dream.
Evans recently came back from Switzerland to play a tournament after a long time of not getting international court time to prep him for Tokyo.
Honestly speaking, it's been 2 years of preparations, training every day, going to the gym, seeing psychologists, because there were points where one was like demotivated because I'm not getting, international tournaments, just to test how far I am with my preparations. And yeah, I Yeah, I would say, I don't know, I should say I'm happy or not, but I feel good.
Our athletes have big dreams for Tokyo, as it has been a long time coming. The fulfillment of their dreams is underway and they couldn't be happier. And of course, they have their eyes on those medals.
My goals and my plans for Tokyo is really just to go and get the experience. I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to get the experience on such a big stage. My main focus will be on the doubles, to be the best partner I can possibly be for KG, and yeah, go kick some ass.
Obviously it will be the best feeling, you know, to be on the podium, you know, representing South Africa, you know, meaning it wouldn't really matter much if I play for a bronze, a silver, a gold, but obviously the main goal is to get gold.
All we can say is that we are proud that this cream of the crop athletes get to represent our country at the world stage. We really couldn't have had a better group of champions, and we are fully behind them. Tennis umpires from South Africa are excited to have been accepted to officiate at the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics. We had an opportunity to chat to them, starting with George Piri, an ITF white badge official who is making his Olympics debut as a line umpire at the event.
So we used to chair umpire for the likes of Punch Maleka, KB Maleka. We even had Nadal in the country when he was, I think, 12 years old. He came to play in Sun City, Nike Junior Tour. So we were umpires then as well. So since then, I was just being a chair umpire, just umpiring. Until 2007, when I got my white badge, one of the certificates from ITF. So, and then I was able to do the international events. In Cape Town, went to Namibia. So my first trip overseas was actually Namibia. Yes, after the school in Cape Town in 2007, which was awesome as well.
Former professional wheelchair tennis player turned umpire Patrick Slebe has officiated both nationally and internationally. Notable events include Soweto Open, SA Open, Davis Cup, and Wimbledon qualifiers in England, all under his belt. He too is taking the Paralympics for the first time ever and becomes the first official with a disability to officiate at the Tennis Paralympics.
It has been my dream as a player, you know, but because of we started playing late, you know, part of being development players, you know, we never got an opportunity to get to that level because of the ranking itself. So yes, I played international, but I never got to be a Paralympian. So it was still a dream to say, you know, I really want to end there. I really want to see myself there. And now a dream came true. Tokyo, you know, as an official, we always dream to do all these big events, your Grand Slam, your Olympics after 4 years. So I've been officiating basically for 23 years. So every time when there's Olympics, I always wanted to be there as an official. But you know, sometimes you don't get chosen because we applied. So I applied and then ITF recognized me. You know, obviously it's because of the tournament that you do internationally, because we are rated or evaluated in terms of how have you done previous international tournament, and then your evaluation stands for you to say you get an opportunity for the next event. So I think for me to be accepted, it's all because of the work that I've put in other international tournaments.
We are extremely proud of these gentlemen for their achievement, which will hopefully lead to many more groundbreaking career successes. It's time for a quick ad break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back. Welcome back. You are still watching Breakpoint. South African teen sensation Kolomonzi oozes confidence and resilience. Having been playing since age 7, the Eastern Cape-born star is shaking things up in the world of tennis and has easily become a force to be reckoned with. We spoke to Kolo, who is currently based in the United States, to tell us how it all began.
Coming from the Eastern Cape, with no background in the sport, my parents never played. It was just me and my brother that played the sport, and becoming a top junior tennis player and now transitioning to become a professional tennis player. The journey obviously is never easy. There is no success without any sacrifices, any failure. And I'm just very blessed to be playing the sport, to be traveling around the world, to be playing at the highest level of junior tennis, and now, trying to do the same thing in pro tennis. Trying to find funding or sponsors hasn't been easy at all. Fortunately, I'm blessed enough to say that I do have some financial sponsors. Thank you to Tennis South Africa, BNP Paribas, and the ITF grant that helped me and keep me going and play my tournaments. But financially, it was tough, for us to get sponsors and for me and my brother to travel around the world, play our tournaments. My brother got to a career high of 92 in juniors, but was not able to compete in the other Grand Slams due to financial constraints. So that was tough on him. He is someone that I look up to, and for him not to be able to, play at his dream tournaments was also tough for me, I think, and many more things, behind the scenes as well. I've just moved to the States, and I've just finished my junior career in January of 2021. And yeah, it's not an easy transition from junior to pro, playing at all the junior Grand Slams, being in this super nice and luxurious environment, and coming out here to Tunisia or Egypt, and you're back at the bottom where no one cares about what your junior ranking was. No one cares who you are. Everyone's fighting to get better rankings. It's like a job now, and I think that's another reason why I like the transition, because it's tough. The tougher it is, the better it makes you. So I'm glad to be in this stage of my career. If I had one message for youngsters in South Africa, in the rural areas, in the township, the communities, it would just be keep working hard, believe in yourself. That is my favorite thing to say to myself and to other people, is just believe in yourself, stick to family. Family is always number one. And just keep working hard, believe, and make sure you have a great group of people around you. Make sure you're hanging out with people that add value to your life, not people that are jealous of you, people that will try to drag you down. Just make sure you're staying with people that keep pushing you, and no matter where you come from, nothing is impossible. Even if you spell out the word impossible, it says I'm possible. That's how I like to see it. So just keep working hard, believe in your dreams. Dreams do come true, and just work hard for your goals, and I promise you one day you'll do something amazing in your life.
And so, there you have it. Youngsters, believe in yourself. It is amazing to see how Kolo remains incredibly humble and connected to his roots. We are rooting for him 100%. The COVID-19 impact has been massive on sports players worldwide, and tennis players in the country have not been spared. We had a chat with some of the tennis players at the Wanderers Club.
So the Wanderers tennis section has approximately 370 odd registered tennis members, and affiliated members rather, and of those probably 100 to 150 are regular players, and during this COVID period we've had to control visitors to the club, so no visitors are actually allowed to play during the COVID period, but the members book on the Sporty HQ app, and tennis courts are booked for people to be able to play. That way we have control over who's using the facilities, and we can do contact tracing via that.
In Vosloorus, Thabo spoke to us about how they are keeping up amidst the COVID pandemic in the East Rand Township.
How do I hear about? Vosloorus Tennis Club, it's a club which is on they call it the disadvantaged area in many aspects, I understand. And this club has been as young as 17 years old. I used to spend my days here on the club almost every day. And that is where I have learned so much. As a result, the Phosphorus Tennis Club, or tennis as a whole, has made me a man, has made me a husband, has made me somebody in the community.
Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, tennis participation has grown across the country, with Tennis SA seeing a record of over 20% increase in membership numbers in the past 12 months.
So last year, when it was the lockdown, we realized we needed to find a sport that we could play that had distance and we were safe while playing. So my husband and I started playing last year, and I started playing tennis to get fit, and now I'm trying to get fit to play tennis because we are addicted to it. Our 5-year-old twins started playing this year, March, and we all love it. It's a wonderful family sport.
I've never seen a number of interest of people who wanted to start playing tennis, or those who used to play tennis coming back, during the COVID time. The number just shoot up. It was amazing. I mean, at one point, if you would come here early in the morning, around 8 o'clock or so, trust me, these courts were all full.
We seem to be appreciating tennis so much more. You are outside, you get to play. We play a lot of doubles. So, the distance is there, you're playing outside, and you get to talk while you're playing doubles. And it's an unbelievable release. It's just so good for you. And we've got our beautiful South African weather as well, which just makes it so much easier too. Most of our clients, when they come to play at the club, it is their gap that they get to be able to actually leave home, get out, get some fresh air, get some exercise in a controlled environment. And yes, definitely that. And that's why our numbers have grown as well. People have been looking for an out, and tennis has provided that out. So a lot of people have taken up tennis again if they hadn't been playing, just to be able to get out.
And that's because tennis is an individual, non-contact outdoor sport, and so offers a safe way of exercising and having fun in these pandemic times. It's time for a quick ad break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Welcome back. You are still watching Breakpoint. And now we head to KwaZulu-Natal to visit the Westridge Park Tennis Stadium in Durban, one of Tennis SA's Growth Point Development Centres. This centre is breeding grounds for young tennis players and further equips them to have international careers.
At present, we've got 3 coaches at each level of their development. We've got the first developmental coach, Mr. Emmanuel Ngema, who takes them from ages 5-6 and takes them through red ball, orange ball. And then we've got a second coach who's been helping us, Vivian, and also Eugen, who come in and take the kids who are at about 10, 11, 12 years old and put them through the green ball system. I then take over with their high performance from age 13 to about 19, 20, depending on how good they are and how far they're going to go.
Uba lezi ngane azidlala itennis ngabe ezinye zabo seyigcine kuba drugs. Ngoba khona ezinye engayibuza ngithi uphi umfweni akadlali ngani. But wathi hayi umfowethu uma drugs. Okuchaza ukuthi angikuba ngiyithola ngalezi ngane ngabe kwawona le ngidla engicoachayo ngabe mhlawumbe nami sangena ama drugs. So ngabe uthi ngiqinise kakhulu ukuthi lezi ngane ngiyisuse emjondolo nginike into ezo enjoy tennis.
Some of the more exciting juniors, we actually have 2 juniors who we've sent to Anthony Harris Academy in Cape Town at present. We've got Siyabonga Jaka, who I believe is the 2nd best player in the country in his age group, under 14. We've got Yenzo Hladla, who's also in Cape Town at present. We've got Lindo Kusle Gwensa, who at present has got a scholarship at Westville Boys High School. We've got Simpiwe Ngwenya, who's here right now, an exciting left-hander, very exciting left-hander. We've got Annelisi Wentuli, very exciting female talent. We've got Bonge Kashlongwane as well. So quite a few exciting kids who are in the top 10 ranks of the province.
The opportunities that the center has offered the kids are incredible. They have been able to travel outside of their province through the sport and have been able to play at a higher level than they are used to.
The competition in Australia was a bit too high because I was playing in a lower level and they were hitting some balls so deep because the ball in Australia and ball in South Africa is different.
Oh, the competition is tough because the ball flies deep and the ball is slow, so the competition is really tough.
Khona lezi ngane ngo-2015 bengise Europe ziyodlala kuma-World Games safisa agilima ngalezi ngane. Omunye umfana wami nje ngo-2020 unkosi yethu mhlawumbe usuwakhuluma naye kade ese-Europe bafika kwi-Margaret Court Academy bafike bababazi le ngane lithatha tennis bebona i-skill i-technique yakhe ngoba ngeke ngizama ukuthi as a coach ufuna uqinise kwi-technique ngendlela okuyiyona yona yona foundation.
A lot of young lives are being transformed here, and we really give thanks to Coach Ngema again, who started this more than 10 years ago. He's been working at this. It's very difficult for you to do something pro bono that doesn't enrich self, but I believe that amazing things happen when skilled people come together and decide to do something that's bigger than them. So that's what we're trying to do out here, and we're still calling out to people in the sporting structures to come down, have a look at what we're doing, and see how we can further the agenda of these kids that really need our help at this point in time.
The work of coaches and administrators here shows that this province has heroes who are willing to invest in the next generation of tennis players. May they continue the good work.
Hey guys, this is Thabo Matlaila and welcome to the Growth Point Development Center here in Atteridgeville. I'm just going to show you a couple of tips that you can do on your own while at home using your racket and the ball. And some of the tips include the warm-up. With your warm-up, you can start with a nice jog, do your crossovers, and then also you can do nice shuffles. Also, with your racket and the ball, just to improve your eye and hand coordination with your racket, just bouncing the ball. Hope these tips helps you. Be active and stay safe.
And that brings us to the end of this month's episode of Breakpoint. We hope you have enjoyed every minute of it. See you next time.
There's so much to love about tennis. This is a club like no other.
I joined for the outdoors.
I'm here for the singles.
And the doubles.
I joined for the aces.
The juice.
The occasions.
The look. Whatever your reason, join the club.
Join the Tennis SA Club and enjoy fantastic member benefits. Visit tennissa.co.za for more info.